Hi Neha, welcome and thank you everyone for making it this evening. We are super excited to be here today. We launched Saavn Originals in May last year, and season 1 of No Filter Neha was a runaway success. It literally put audio content on the map for India, and we now back on the back. We're now back with season 2 of No Filter Neha this year, with an even more exciting lineup. We really want to thank Neha, who's pretty much the soul of the show, and she's really lent her persona to the show, and really made it stand out this year. And I think it's bigger and better this year. We're super excited at this point in time to be launching this show at this point in time, and I would like to invite at this point.
Thank you very much, Mahesh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I think half the reason, or a very large part of the reason that the show is such a success is because of all of you, because of the press, because of the media. So thank you so much for always supporting us. You know, जब हमने ये शो शुरू किया था तो हमने सोचा नहीं था कि इस शो की शुरुआत, कई लोग पूछते हैं कि कैसे हुई, और ये शो की शुरुआत हुई एक पार्किंग लॉट में, और बहुत अजीब लगता है, पर उस पार्किंग लॉट में मैं ऐसे ही खड़ी थी अपनी गाड़ी के लिए, और साथ ही में मेरा एक बहुत पुराना दोस्त, या फिर वो समझता था कि वो मेरा दोस्त है, पर मैंने उसको वैसे you know, I hadn't given him that much importance in my life till we actually started making the show. That's this gentleman sitting over here. His name is Gaurav Adva, and he was sitting with he was actually waiting for his car along with Rishi Malhotra, jo Saavn he's one of the 3 partners of Saavn, and he's in New York, of course. Rishi and Param and Vin, of course, they're here in spirit with us. I just spoke to them. You know, to cut a long story short, ये शो जब हम सब अपनी गाड़ियों का इंतज़ार कर रहे थे और हम बातचीत जो हमारी शुरू हुई, उस वक्त इन्होंने कहा कि you know, आप बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बातें करते हैं, एक एक्टर होने के नाते we didn't think that you were so interesting. Why don't you have an audio show? And I thought it was a very you know, it was a very interesting proposition कि I was like, देखते हैं कल तक पता चल जाएगा सावन के जो लोग हैं उनका दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. That was my day when I tried to go out there, judge them, but guess what? They proved me wrong. They have supported me immensely through it all. There was a small idea, and guess where we are today? We're in season 2. And thank you everyone from Saavn. Thank you my wonderful team. Where's my writer, who is absolutely brilliant? Mansi, she will never come on stage, you will never see her, but yes, the most wicked person in the room is sitting right here in a blue top. Then I think this show would be nothing if it wasn't for the amazing guests that we've had on the show. Starting from Karan Johar, who was my first guest on season 1 of No Filter Neha, going up to Karan, Kareena, Sonam, Kangana, Farah, Anurag, Chetan, Arjun. Oh my God, there are like so many. Ranbir. I can go on and on and on, and the list is endless. And just when I thought that sitting over there and just being a guest, and I would always tell them, you know, क्या करना है आपको? आके मेरे से बातें ही तो करनी है. It's just an unfiltered chat. And at that point, they'd be like, yeah, we'll come. And they would make it look really easy, till came this one point where I was like, you know, how about I try and have this unfiltered chat on camera? And guess what? I was very bad at it. And I promise you, if you don't believe me, I have it on tape. Do you guys want to have a look what happened to me when I turned out to be one of the guests on my own show? So yeah, now you know how hard it is, to be honest. But guess what? All my guests have done such a fabulous job. We have a great lineup this year. We, like last season, we're going to be having 12 episodes, which means 12 celebrity friends of mine, or the, you know, famous people who you've always wanted to hear in an unfiltered manner. And we're halfway through our season. We've got 6 guests who've come, and they've sat on the chair across me and been unfiltered. We've got 6 more mystery guests yet to come. I know the names. I'm not sure if I'm going to be sharing them tonight or not, but we can keep playing the guessing game. But do you guys want to see who the first 6 are? All right, so take a look. Fortunately or unfortunately, you're only going to be able to listen to them, and that's why you need to tune into, download the Saavn app, and you know exactly what to do after that. Listen to No Filter Neha Season 2, or Season 1 if you like. I'd prefer if you listen to Season 2, works better for me. But we're all here because we're launching the show, working with him, recording the episode with him, and we've all gathered here because this is the first time ever we're going to be listening to the episode before it actually drops, and this is a private listening party, or so we call it, with members of the press. So we're going to take a look at what went down when Varun was on that chair. We have a little promo for you, after which we have a little surprise. So take a look. Okay, awesome. So just a request, if we can have our phones on silent, and just like any other listening party, or what you would do when you have Saavn on your phone, just pay attention. And like we like to say it, you won't believe your ears. So we have a quick 20-minute listening, if I may say, party, because I thought it was a party when I heard it for the first time. And this is Varun Dhawan, like you've never heard him before. Thank you.
Absolutely. So before the rest of the world can hear, ladies and gentlemen, here is a special hearing of No Filter Neha with Varun Dhawan. Which celebrity was the hardest to stump so far? Oh, there are so many?
No, you're saying stump, right?
Yes.
I'd say the intention is not to stump anyone, but I feel, I think with Karan Johar and with Farah Khan and Imtiaz Ali, there was very little I had to do. Like, Karan, I think I asked him one question and then he took on and he took over for 75 minutes. I wasn't saying anything. He was amazing. Farah was also lots and lots of energy. And I think Imtiaz, as much as he wanted, he was very, he pretended like he didn't know much. But when he started talking, he was doing enough for him and me both.
Okay.
Yeah, the three of them.
So Imtiaz tops the list, I guess.
No, it's a current tops.
Current tops.
Yeah, current tops the list.
Okay. Mahesh, I was curious to ask you, so in a world where today video entertainment, is really everywhere, what makes us, Saavn, as, a audio streaming platform, what makes it interesting to have a celebrity audio talk show, according to you?
It's a great question. I get asked this question pretty often, actually. Audio is actually a very beautiful medium. If you think about it, when the cameras are off, that's when you really get people to speak their mind.
Yeah, I agree.
These are uninhibited conversations, literally no filter conversations. And I think Neha does a fantastic job of getting them to talk at that moment as well.
I totally agree with you. After that Varun Dhawan listening, I think, Neha, you've got the gift of getting people to say things which they probably didn't plan to say, which makes me ask you, what makes No Filter Neha different from, other celebrity talk shows?
I think, firstly, that it's audio. So that's what makes it completely different. It's a completely different platform. The fact that it's on Saavn, it's not video. I get asked this question a lot, why is it not video? The answer is it's not video yet. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's the first and most important thing. For me, the one thing that sets this show apart is the research that goes into it. So we have a way of doing research where first we have a team that does research where you get everything that's available online about the person, and then we make sure we put all that information aside. We literally put it through the shredder and we're like, we never want to hear this again or read about this. And then we start making our calls and getting amazing info out. Like literally, I have cold called so many people in the past 1 year. Like I remember cold calling Ranveer's best friend and then Imtiaz's friend sitting somewhere in Calcutta, and Karan's childhood friend or someone or the other, and then getting info out. So the minute you give them that information,
Right.
they're like, oh my God, how did you know this? And I think most importantly is the way I love the monologues that are there. It's a
Right.
part of my life, and like I introduced, and this is where my wicked writer comes into play, and she's sitting right here. That's Mansi, who's the writer of the show. And you know, it's just the way she formats the questions, or the way we think about the questions. We take them to a point where they don't have a choice but to
Right.
be unfiltered.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, believe it or not, there's a science to it. And I think that a large part of it, like, there's nothing more that I enjoy when it comes to the media, even more than, no offense, like amazing photographs. What I enjoy is a great interview. Like when somebody has spent time to read about me or get to know me and then get to know me better, I love spending time with those journalists or those people who like to interview me. And, you know, I want to make it special for our guests, or our team would like to make it special for our guests, because when they come and they give us that 1.5 hours or 2 hours of their time, we want to spend at least, you know, 4 days or a week doing that research to make them feel important. So yeah, I know it was a simple question and a long answer, but we spent a lot of time
No, but
on
that's fantastic. I mean, the approach, I think you've got the science, you've got the equation, you've got the formula, right? So
Yeah.
I can actually go on and on, but I think I'm going to now turn the table and, you know, we've got mics, so it's your turn now. Neha and Mahesh are here. Please feel free to ask your question. Just make sure you raise your hand, identify yourself, and here we go with the first one.
Oh, the giggly girl behind me.
Hi Neha,
Hi.
this is Ankita from Republic TV. My question to you is, what is the no filter thing you have done or said in your life? Anyone?
We showed you that AV. This is the scariest and most unfiltered thing. I've never spoken about Spanx in front of anyone. So it's kind of embarrassing because it's out there now and it's on YouTube for life. And I think the most unfiltered thing that I have done in my life is definitely host this show. Like, I know that I'm really putting myself out there, because as much as, you know, Varun is not wanting to talk about Alia, I'm also saying stuff about Alia, and then I'm also saying stuff about Arjun, and I'm also saying stuff about everybody who comes on the show. So yeah, it's, but I had reached this point where we used to have, I've had so many amazing conversations with all these people who we call celebrities and A-listers, and when I talk to them off camera, they're so much fun and unfiltered, and I'm just like, you know what, we should put this out there. And it's not like they're talking about their personal lives, or it's not like they're gossiping. You didn't hear any of that. This wasn't a gossip show. It was a show about them just having fun. So yeah, that's the most unfiltered thing I've done. That may be a lie. I've done a couple of unfiltered things, but let's not talk about that right now. Yeah.
Also, the episode is really interesting, and
you.
I really find it very amazing. So, do we have No Filter Neha 3 coming up any soon?
I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully, it'll all depend on how much love we get from the audience. It'll all depend on how much, you know, the press supports us. Because I promise you, season 1 did so well because of how much love and support we got from the press. And, you know, you're nothing without your audience, and when you're doing a talk show, you're nothing without your guests. So I don't know, for as long as my friends or all the famous people I know keep coming on the show, I'm sure we will. And depends on, you know, if things go well with Saavn, unless they go and get like no filter. I don't even want to name a famous person. It doesn't sound right, but yeah. I mean, for sure, like if everything goes as planned, we would, yeah, why not? There's no reason not to. I mean, there's lots of people who still haven't come on No Filter Neha. I have a
If you're trying to get one person.
yeah, for sure, Shah Rukh. He better come. Shah Rukh Khan, are you listening? You better come on No Filter Neha season 2. I'm not even getting to season 3. We still have 6 guests that I haven't named, so yeah. Somebody, whoever's going to the next press con after this, please put out the message.
Hi Neha.
Hi.
Arimanya.
Hi.
You've done a lot of celebs, and you also have been part of Bollywood. So Do you have any principles and protocols which you follow, like not hitting below the belt? You just mentioned it briefly. But there are certain people who would love to give that kind of gossip to you. So are there any no-nos which you have yourself set aside that you will not do this or that on a particular show?
Oh yes, absolutely. We have, the thing is that all these people who come on the show, or all the people you've seen on season 1 and season 2, all people who've come on the show because at some point I've been friends with them, or I've known them, or I've had great conversations with them at work, or maybe I've just simply worked with them. I never talk about their personal life. I definitely take them there. For instance, even with Varun, he's the one who's admitted there is a special someone in his life. I would never bring it up. That's one thing I don't do, because I don't like discussing my personal life, in public. But yes, if somebody asks me a blatant question, I will give a blatant answer. The other thing is, sometimes when we do our research, we get a lot of information that shouldn't be out there in public. Like, a lot of their friends get very carried away with telling us stories about them. But we do definitely filter those stories, because sometimes when I'm listening to those stories, I'm just like, no way, this guy's going to get up and leave if I mention this. So and for me, I have to be very, very sensitive towards my guest, because they're taking out time and coming for this. There's Ranveer who's coming up soon after Varun, and we've discussed everything from football stories to how it was when he was growing up. But I don't think we ever reach a point where we'd like to offend anyone. And I repeatedly say this every time I speak to members of the press, or whenever we're talking about the show. It's not a gossip show. It's just an unfiltered chat with my super famous friends.
One more question, which even Mahesh can answer at the same time,
Sure.
is that Saavn is a music channel, whatever. You have no filter Neha, which is primarily focusing more on Bollywood celebs. Now you have Asanya, who's also coming on board. So do you have any options available where the music blend could be added to the No Filter Neha show?
So we launched Saavn Originals last year, and we have about 30 plus shows.
No, but with the No Filter Neha, you don't have any singer or a music personality
Actually, we
coming
had
on board.
Vishal.
We do actually. The thing is that we try and keep it a bit of, like a large chunk of it is actors, but we also try and mix it up. Like last year we had 3 directors. There was Karan, there was Anurag Kashyap, there was Farah Khan, and then we also had Vishal Dadlani, who came in as a music person. We also had Yuvraj Singh, who came in as a cricketer. So almost half, and then there was Chetan Bhagat, who is a writer. So that's like 50% of the show were non-actors, and just the other 6.
The music aspect is not being...
Vishal came in.
That was just the only one.
Yeah, so this year, now that you've asked the question, I may want to spill the beans. We may, I'm not going to promise anything, but as far as music is concerned, we may have Sonu Nigam coming on No Filter Neha. So yeah, he's going to be talking about music, and I feel like he's in a bit of an unfiltered phase of his life.
Definitely,
So it'll be great. It'll be a great brand fit to get him on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, we are speaking in English. There's not, I understand that a lot of the episode, a large chunk of it is English, because, it's not that I'm more comfortable in English, या फिर मुझे हिंदी बोलने में कोई problem है, but कई बार होता है कि they just express themselves better in English. But yes, we are focusing and we try and tilt them. जितना जैसे आप लोग भी बोलते थोड़ा हिंदी बोलिए, we also try and tilt them towards Hindi and try and keep that in mind. But I guess they speak like 70%. It's English. It's a mix between the two.
What will it be not good idea जो हिंदी बोलते हैं लोग उनके लिए भी ऐसा प्रोग्राम आ सके?
I think it's a better idea, sir. अच्छा किया आपने बता दिया, क्योंकि हम इसके बाद जितनी recordings बची हैं, हम ज़्यादातर कोशिश करेंगे कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग हिंदी में बात करें, because it's a great input.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's about it. Neha Dhupia and Mahesh, thank you so much. Yes, we're having a photo opportunity. This is the time for all you shutterbugs to be ready.
Before we leave, I just want all of you to enjoy the rest of the season. It's going to last 12 weeks, and even after the season is over, you're still going to be able to listen to the episodes on Saavn as and when you feel like. And Yeah, somebody on my wish list apart from Shah Rukh Khan is Arnab Goswami. So
Republic TV, are you
will you
listening?
just give him the message? I want him to come. Yes, tell the boss that he needs to be on No Filter Neha. This is what we do. We don't hold back. The minute we get an opportunity, this is what we do. But yeah, seriously, guys, it's been a great experience doing season 1. I'm a bunch of nerves right now. Please listen to the episode. You haven't heard the entire episode. It's actually 35 minutes. What you got to hear was 20 minutes. And it's been a great experience. Past 3 months have been awesome. My team is amazing. Wherever my team is, please put your hands up. Radhika, PR, Bikram, Gaurav, Pooja, the amazing visual, only an amazing visual medium is brought to you by Pooja. There's Mansi, who's our writer, Rishi, who's the official punching bag, also my manager. There's one of my closest friends, Vidushi, who's nodding her head there. Yeah, she was there for me 4 a.m. every time Saavn wasn't there for me. Where is Sharanya? Sharanya's left. She was on the show. There's Unni. Narayan Nambodripad. Only he's very fond of sport and is waiting anxiously if and when Katrina Kaif shows up. He's going to wear his brand new shirt and show up. There's Tamanna on PR. There's NC Sahu, the official water and tea supplier, and Man Friday. Who else? My parents are here. My mom and dad. Yeah, so this has been amazing. Asmita, PR, like I don't know who else. Am I missing out on anyone? फिर बाद में मत बोलना मेरा नाम नहीं लिया. हाँ? Thank you, sir. मेरी हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छी है. अगली बार जब हम हिंदी में बात करेंगे, आप बोलो तो मैं पंजाबी में भी बात कर लूँ. हाँ? Thank you, guys. We'd be nowhere and nothing without you all. So thank you, everyone from the press, for showing up. Seriously,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Neha, I'm going to request you to stay with us here for a photo opportunity.